So guys, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you, if you're a new life insurance agent, the 5-step process that will teach you how to make life insurance sales fast. If you're just getting started, this video is going to teach you the step-by-step process of how you can make sales as a life insurance agent if you're just starting out. The reason I make this video is because when I got started selling life insurance, for my first 14 days, I stumbled in this industry, I gave it all up, and I didn't make a single sale. Fast forward my first year as a life insurance agent, I sold over $550,000 worth of final expense life insurance on my own pen, but it did not start like that. I struggled, and most importantly, after building a team and teaching, agents after agents after agents of how to be successful, I realized that this is the best way that you can make a sale. And ultimately, if you take this, I helped a brand new life insurance agent who took this advice, got started on our team, and made a sale within his first 5 days of ever being a life insurance agent and passing his exam. So let's go through it. If you do this, you'll make some sales. So first thing I want to jump right into is the first step. This is the first step that we use to train new agents, and something that you should have access to if you're a life insurance agent getting started. If you want to make sales fast, you need to have access to this. First step is that you need to study a course on a specific market of insurance that you are selling. Let me just tell you this. Don't go buying courses. Your leader, your mentor, whoever you are going to work for, remember, they promise you that you're going to make all this money. They promise that you're going to be helpful. They need to have some training resource that you can study, that you can invest in, that you can digest in for free, that is going to allow you to learn all the ins and outs. So what we do is that we have a course for new agents who just get their license. Before they start, they have to study that course where they're going to go through how to do underwriting. They're going to learn how to do e-applications. They're going to learn how to underwrite carriers effectively. They're going to learn how to submit their contracts. They're going to learn what the script is. They're going to learn, how to ask specific questions. Now, this course will outline the full process, start to finish, on what it's like to become a final expense life insurance agent. So this course is crucial. This is step number 1. You are going to get a 500-foot overview of what you are about to get into, and this will allow you as an agent to understand, okay, here's kind of the concepts. I don't really understand what I'm doing, but here's the kind of concepts. Here's my script. Here's how I'm going to say these things. Here's what we're going to do next. I'm going to underwrite. I'm going to go through the discovery. So the first step of getting you up to speed fast as an insurance agent is that you need some type of study resource that will actually give you a 500-foot view of what you are about to do, and you want to study that. For us here, you cannot start until this course is completed because we know how impactful it is for you to get started. Now, the second step is after you basically went through that course, you prepared for that first day. It's first day, it's time to start going. Here's the most important step. It is to study your sales script that actually works. Okay, let me just tell that to you again. It is important to study that sales script that actually works. Now, the reason I make this is because I remember my first 14 days as a life insurance agent. I was using a script that I was told was right from a mentor who brought me into a business, and it asked for their social. The script was absolutely whack. And I realized now the reason I didn't make sales is because the script that I used completely sucked. But you need to have access to a script that completely works. Now, this script that we use and we train and that you should have access to when you're getting started has helped us sell thousands and thousands and thousands of life insurance policies. So if you come in and you're like, oh, go figure out your script, or go try this script, or so get your hands on immediately a new script that you can have access to. Now, what I share with all the new agents is go ahead and read this script 30 to 40 times every single day. You need to memorize this. One of the most important things that I've learned leading new agents is that script adherence is everything. You need to know that script like the back of your hand. You need to know when I say this, you say that. And now you don't need to know how to say the words yet, especially if you're new. This could be overwhelming. This is a lot that you have to digest. But your goal is to understand the flow. We do the intro. We do the discovery, we do the medical section, we ask for credibility, we do this. And you need to understand how the script is laid out so that you can understand the flow and ultimately understand how to say specific words when you're in certain sections of the script. So the way that you can do that, follow that script adherence, is you need to do 30 to 40 readings out loud, and you need to continue to practice and practice and practice. If you practice your script, you know your script, then you can progress to step number 3. Step number 3 is to jump on the phones. Right now, you might be a little flustered. You just went through a course, you just barely you're reading your script 30, 40 times, you don't know how it flows, but you need to jump on the phones immediately. Be prepared to fail. This is what I did when I was a new agent. And this is this is maybe your excuse to start doing it. If you're just reading your script, you're not applying it, you will never learn. You need to get beat up on the phones. You need to get the objections. Now it's important to focus on the metrics that you can track to know if you're doing enough output to get good. When you're a new life insurance agent, it's okay that you probably stink, okay? But the best way to not stink is to do more reps. You were not good when you learned how to swim, right, at first, but your coach kept throwing you in the pool. Keep doing the stroke, butterfly stroke, and that's the same thing with sales. You need to produce a high amount of volume, like an insane amount of volume, more volume than you probably would ever imagine. 300 and 400 dials immediately. So the next 5 days, you need to be on the phones Mondays, you need to be on the phones Saturdays, you need to be on Sundays, whatever it takes. You need to create as much volume as you can, because eventually you're going to start learning some things that are going to help you. But be prepared to feel. I've never saw a life insurance agent sell a life insurance policy without being on the phones and jumping in. So you need to jump in. This is your permission. Now the fourth step is, remember you just did those 300, the 400 calls? Now you need to have access to what's called your manager or your leader. Remember the person who told you that they're going to help you, they're going to be there, they're going to hold your hand? Well, they actually need to hold your hand. This is important because you're going to practice 3 specific things now that are going to help you go from just reading the script to random people to perfecting the script to learn how to sell the correct way. Now, what we do is we do what's called game time footage. You need to have some time with the manager or someone who's actually done what you are supposed to be learning to do, so that they can coach you, that they can guide you, so they can tweak your processes, so you're not just sitting back on your own island figuring out, what the heck do I need to do? I'm not really sure. I'm just like I don't know what I'm doing. If I'm doing it right, am I doing it wrong? So you need accountability and you need game time footage with your manager. Now, there's 2 things that we focus on that will help you learn how to get really good at selling life insurance when you are meeting with your manager, studying your game time footage from yesterday. 2 things. Most important is mirroring. Biggest mistake and the greatest level of advantage as a life insurance agent, especially if you don't know what you're doing, is learn to mirror. Okay, what that means is when Miss Betty tells you, oh, I want to make sure if something happens to me, my daughter is taken care of and she's not stuck walking her, cat to school. Whatever she tells you, you're gonna mirror that back. Oh, I see, Miss Betty. So you're just worried if something happens to you, you don't want to, you want to make sure your daughter's taken care of and she's not walking the cat to school. Is that about right? So mirroring is important, one of the most important frameworks that I teach that will help you. So learn to mirror. And then secondly, you need to learn how to deliver your words the right way. Your tonality is everything. If you say the same tonality in the intro, in the discovery, in the medical section, in the close, you will never sell life insurance. So you need to know how to change your words in specific, places. In the medical section, you want to be a professional. In the discovery, you want to be curious. You want to be like, And then in the close, you want to be stern and have a strong sense of, I know what we're going to do. We're going to make sure you're taken care of. So the tonality is the second core piece that you need to study with your sales manager, because the 3 overall things that you need to study when you're doing game time footage with your manager to teach you how to sell life insurance fast that you must learn is, number 1, speed. How fast you deliver your words in certain portions of the script, because you're not going to talk like this all the way through. You're going to have pauses. You're going to have different shifts in your speed because you want to make your words sound impactful. And it's all by learning speed. Second is emphasis. You're not going to say your words the same way. Oh my gosh, Miss Betty, are you doing okay? You have different emphasis. And then your tone. Your tone is going to be a different way. Oh, I see. So you want to have a fluctuation in your tone, and that's what you're going to learn in step number 4. It's very in-depth, but it's crucial for your success as a life insurance agent. And the 5th is you need to go home, you need to study, you need to do role play, and you need to repeat, and you need to go all in every single day for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 days. Just want to share with you need to have crazy activity. Okay, 300, 400. Volume negates the luck. So crazy activity. You need to have crazy script adherence. So this is the process of you just repeating everything that you just did. You're going to go ahead and memorize the script. You're going to make the calls. You're going to meet with your manager. You're going to repeat. And then you are going to tweak just one thing every single day. Your sales manager needs to be your coach on the one thing that is going to prevent you to have the highest likelihood of success. So if your coach tells you, man, you're doing great on the intro, but your medical underwriting sucks, you need to go home and spend all of your evening studying, I need to fix my underwriting. So what am I going to do? I'm going to read my underwriting section 500 times. I'm going to fix another portion. So study one thing every single night that you can go ahead and master or learn at a higher level so that you can come in on Monday and go at the phones and prepare and master that section. Now, the third thing that you need to do is study resources on that section. And lastly, every single night, go home and do this. Please go find an agent who you look up to. Go find an agent who's making the sales. Go find an agent who's doing what you're doing, and you need to listen to their sales calls or ask them, "Hey, John, I saw they made 3 sales today. Can you just send me one of those sales calls?" And you need to digest, repeat, listen to those sales calls over and over and over again, and record yourself. So if you can spend this time, you need to have a shift that we're not just coming here to sell life insurance. I'm learning to become a master of life insurance sales, and you're going to have to work 50, 60 hours your first 5 days as a life insurance agent, and you go all in. You will make your first sale, and you will crush it as a life insurance agent. But the problem is, if you don't take the action and you don't do the work, most agents who don't make a sale in their first 5 days, it's a bad sign. It means that they're not taking this seriously. They might not have the skill set, and they're not willing to adapt because their resources are now in front of you. But the reason is, can you actually take these resources and actually turn it into a way that you can make sales? That's up to you. So I hope this, guys, helps you. The 5-step process, let's review that real quick. Number 1 is study. Have some type of specific course that your manager can walk you through and give you the all overview, the 500-foot view, so you don't go in on your first day blind. Second one is prepare for day 1 by going ahead and studying a script that actually works 30, 40, 50 times. Get that script down. Third thing is jump on the phones immediately. Day 1, go ahead and throw yourself in the business. Go out there and start playing in the game. Get beat up. The fourth thing is do sales calls, reviews with your managers or a leader or a coach so that you can be coached on how to do it. And then fourth is go home, study, role play, and go crazy and go all in. And you need to listen to sales calls, have crazy activity, master that script adherence, and study your face off so that you can come in and make some sales. This is the fastest way. That if you do this, we'll teach you how to sell life insurance and actually make money and do it without going through all the pains of saying, why is this taking so long? I love you guys. I hope this video helps. Go out there and crush it. Again, I have nothing to sell you. I just want you guys to win and provide for your families. Cheers.